Hi there, it's me, but I'm up here and you're down here, so you can see this and not me. So I went to a thrift shop today, got a few bits of fabric, and I'm just going to kind of iron and do some chopping, cutting out while I talk to you because I need to start talking to you. So my name's Natalie, and I am a 58-year-old woman who turns 59 in 2 days. So today in New Zealand, it's Saturday, and my birthday is on Monday. So this is a fire horse year. I'm gathering you've heard people talking about that. And I'm a fire horse person who was born in 1967, the last time that the fire horse was around us, arrived with us, whatever you want to say there. We're in it. Anyway, we're not quite in it yet because we're still in the year of the snake with the shedding, and the fire horse starts February 17th this year. So I feel like I'm in a holding space right now. So, I mean, my life has been very interesting, and at this point I feel all I have left is my story, and I'm going to be going into a lot of my story in various ways, like I'm writing a book about memoir, about how my 18-year relationship, marriage ended in Brazil, and I was with a spiritual teacher, and 4 kids, blah, blah, blah. Pretty interesting story. A nunnery in Rio de Janeiro is where I found out. Anyway, so I've got lots of stories, and I want to start telling my story. So I'm also a very creative person, and I've also got lots of projects on the go all the time. So I make little doggy pooey bags, not poo bags, but poo holder bags, pouch things. I make little kind of crossbody foam cases. I make shopping bags or really cute, pretty bags that people like my sister-in-law like to use for work to put their files in. Oh my God, I was making little goddamn mouse dolls. And anyway, I come from a long line of female seamstresses. My grandma used to make wedding dresses, and my 2 aunties, I know they were in upholstery. So my mum used to knit like a jumper a week when we were little, made all our clothes, all of that. So she taught me to crochet and to knit and to sew, and I've always, throughout my life, found that I have to do something every 6 months or so. I can get on with my life and pretend I'm not creative, and then every 6 months I get this itch and I make a curtain or a rug or I do something new and special and different. Anyway, now that I'm coming into my 60th year on the planet, so this is my fire horse year for a fire horse, so this could be quite interesting. Now, I know we're still in the shedding, and I feel like I have been shedding this last year. The work I've done as an adult, when I was with my husband and after he left, as I was raising my children, was that of a massage therapist doing tantric work, which helped raise the children, made me enough money to survive, but didn't really make enough money to, buy a house or have savings. I didn't, because I worked for myself. I don't know. I just didn't really even do the KiwiSaver thing that most other people did. I mean, when my daughter left my care, she'd done 3 years of uni and was heading out flatting. She had about 20 grand in the bank and savings and things she'd been doing with her money, and I was completely broke because I'd been supporting everyone. So it's nice when, anyway, that's just a side and side. But I guess I wasn't taught to save money. It's just been, a lot of my life has been, even though it's been fairly abundant at times. Like I remember the twins had a $4,000 birthday when they were 4. No, $2,000 birthday when they were 4. Anyway, so I had twins, and then I had another boy and another boy. And my 18-year-old youngest boy, who went to Westlake and was doing prem basketball and fucked both his knees, he's still got to have an ACL operation. he has just finished school. So literally, my mothering days are over. And well, not over, you know what I mean. My hands on, I've got to do something for this child every day of the week. That part is over. So that's why I'm looking for new things to do. And my old work doesn't, as a postmenopausal woman, my old work is less tolerable for me. I only have a handful of clients that I really enjoy seeing and like to be with, and kind of friends almost, that see me reasonably regularly, but sometimes it's just not enough to pay the bills. I've got my setup here so that I do have money coming in from a flat downstairs and money coming in from a room out the back. And I don't need that much money to survive. I really only need $600 or $700 a week. So I'm quite lucky from that perspective, but some weeks are zero. And the 0 weeks really get me down. And at my age, I'm just fucking over it. So this is my year to do something. And I have so many skills to share, right? Like I can teach Reiki, I can do breath work, but all the stuff that's been going on in the last few years and the impact of just trying to work that day-to-day stuff to get money in and running around after children, dropping them here and dropping them there. My God, it was just so wonderful once they all got vehicles and they could take themselves places. All of a sudden I'm like, oh, look at me, free time. But it's not really free time because I take up other things. I've got a lot going on in the garden, and I've got these kittens here at the moment, the mummy with the 4 babies that are hiding over in the corner, and I'm trying to be very quiet. So I can't even vacuum in here because she'll just freak out. So I'm just, talking to you guys. But like I say, this fire horse year, being a fire horse, I think we should all have some fun. So what do you want? Reiki, breath work, self-loving sessions, tantrically inspired. Um, I have some breath tapes and meditations that I do. I love doing a Joe Dispenza meditation where I literally end up going off into space through a Kundalini awakening. And, it's just, I can do all kinds of shit with you. Just what do you want? It's just that my situation is, even in the pandemic, I had a building with 4 rooms, a huge big teaching room, and I had it for a year and a half, and all of a sudden the planning happened. And by the time my rent got up to 10 grand that I owed the people, I just said, look, I just can't do it. Now I spent 30 grand someone who was with me and me spent 30 grand to get into that building, and I just had to walk away. And I was very lucky that they didn't actually come for me because I had a year left on my lease, and they could have come for me for about 45 grand. So, I've got out of paying a lot of things in my life, which I've been lucky I've got out of, if you know what I mean. But that was one of them. So I swore I'd never go into another lease, and I'm not in a property where I can do classes right now. And to be honest, I don't even want to hang out with a lot of people these days. I'm happy doing things online. I'm happy with having a few clients come in. Like I say, sometimes a week is 0, sometimes it's 500 or 600. That's about it. But I want to be able to do the things I like doing, and this is one of them: sewing and crocheting and being creative. Like I'm going to be making some curtains for this house soon because we've just had these new windows put in. This is a rental, so I'm talking about the landlord, but I'm lucky I go direct. So the windows have been put in and I'm grouting them and sanding them. That's another one of my projects. So yeah, between doing this and that and the other each day, bits of this and bits of that, and resting, because resting is quite important. As a fire horse, I've done everything for everyone all my life. I used to have, when I had the 4 kids and the husband, we had 2 vegans, a couple of ones that would eat meat and carnivore stuff, and then a vegetarian. So I was like a commercial kitchen every goddamn night of the week. We used to have people coming for retreats, for week-long retreats, even doing raw food retreats and things like that. So a lot of fucking knowledge. But then I got sick and ended up with diverticulitis, and guess what's cured that? Carnivore. So there's lots of stuff I can share with you. My carnivore journey, the beauties of castor oil, oh my God, and the beauty of carnivore, healing shit, oh my God. Yeah. So there's a ton of stuff that I've got, but I'm not that organized at the moment in terms of, I guess, with some of my healing work too. we really just let the energy flow. We didn't step in with an agenda or a formula or a chant or whatever that made it happen. We just sat in the space of love, and the energy did what it needed to do. So I'm kind of thinking about my channel like that because I've got shit equipment for starters. I mean, this camera's crap. It's like the cheapest. It's basically the cheapest $200 Samsung. So I need to get set up with some good equipment. And even my computer, my laptop, which is my mum's, and she doesn't need it anymore. But it's crapping out. The key. Oh, the slash key. So I have to, if I want to type in a website. I have to go off to my Word document and copy and paste it, or copy it from when I pasted it earlier, knowing that this would happen because I can't do a slash. Pretty annoying. And then I've got a girlfriend up in Army Bay who's just got a cabin, and I've been doing all her stuff online, putting her on Airbnb and Book a Batch and blah, blah, blah. So as you can see, lots of projects, but I want to share myself more on here because, to be honest, I've been on YouTube a long, long time. I just don't really get a lot of traction. But if you tell me what you want to see, I'm going to try and figure out how I can do it with the shit cameras and stuff I've got. I can hear the cat panting. I'm really not sure if this mama cat is like her first time having babies, or she's an older cat and she's over it. But in the afternoon, she sometimes just starts panting and breathing heavily. And to be honest, between the vets I spoke to who wouldn't help without ching, 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 which there isn't any of, and ChatGPT telling me, she could die overnight and take her to a vet immediately. Well, I just ran my Rife machine, which is another thing I can tell you about, frequency generating Rife machine. I just ran that for the first couple of nights and she's fine. Last time my cat got a big hole on its neck, I healed it naturally with colloidal silver. And actually the Rawleys gold tin, if you're in New Zealand, that shit is the bomb. My boy used to get staph infections up here and we used to clean it out. That cream is amazing. So we didn't do much sewing wise, but I came down here to talk to you. I did unplug that, didn't I? Make sure I unplug that. Anyway, so looking forward to hearing thoughts and what you want to hear about. Like I say, I'm in the middle of writing a memoir, and I feel like there's another couple of books in me anyway. And even in terms of the Reiki, I've, really got a fantastic kind of Reiki Plus workshop that I used to run, which would have more stuff in it now because, my ex and me, we did a lot of training with a lot of different people all over the world for various things that enhanced the work we were doing. His was slightly different to mine, blah, blah, blah. But that's in that book. So here I am, and I'm saying over and out. This is Natalie Z in Birkenhead, Auckland, New Zealand, wanting to share my life. And I need a name for my channel. I mean, Alta Natsville kind of works, but it's still not quite, people won't really get it. I'm weird, I'm on the fringe, like I make colloidal silver and magnesium oil and aloe vera and all that sort of stuff too. Soaps, cello soaps, charcoal soaps, teethy shit. People won't get it. Alta Natsville, what do you reckon? Okay, over and out.